Hey YouTube, I'm back. I know it's been a while. Sorry about that. Life got a little busy, hectic, and just fun, I guess. Last time that I came to you guys was when we told our son we were having a baby, which was January or February. Um, so I just wanted to do a little bit of a recap. We did have the baby, a little girl, named her Jenny. Um, I did end up having a lot of issues in my pregnancy, aside from just the high blood pressure, which I already had going into the pregnancy. I had gestational diabetes, which basically means that my blood sugar was extremely high. And the risks are basically your child will be born on the heavier side. Because of my two issues, I ended up having to see a special doctor as well. So I went to my regular doctor once a week, and I went to my specialist once a week. Yes, two doctor visits every week was a lot. But it also meant that I got to have a lot of ultrasounds. So I got to see my baby a lot. Every week I had an ultrasound. Every week I got to sit and listen to her heartbeat and watch her grow and see her moving around. She was very temperamental. She didn't like to be pushed on at all, which sometimes made it difficult for the ultrasound tech to find what they needed to find and see what they needed to see. There were times when she actually would move out of the way. She's like, I'm not having this. Leave me alone. Um, so, what we ended up, having to do a lot of different things. And one of those things was I had to go to the doctor a lot. And then because I was at the doctor's a lot, I also ended up in the hospital a few times before having her. Um, Mostly for my blood pressure. Once it was because she wasn't doing the practicing breathing. They said that she should have been practicing breathing a lot more than she was, and she wasn't. So that was kind of became an issue for them, and I don't know. She was fine. She was kicking. She was had a great heartbeat. Everything was good except she wasn't practicing breathing, which apparently is an issue for the doctors that I was going to. And then they would send me to the hospital, and the hospital would say, I don't know why they sent you here, but we're going to check you out. And they would check me out. They put me on monitors. They'd check for contractions, which I never had, like ever. No contractions. I was initially going to be induced on like the 20 something, I think. No. Yeah, 20 something, 27th maybe. I don't remember. Um, but I was going to be induced a week early, which I was okay with that. Induction, I was induced with my son a week early. So induction, I was cool with being induced. Um, then, let's see, 3 weeks before I had her. So, see, I did have her early. Don't remember if I said that or not, but I did have her early. And 3 weeks before I had her, I was in the hospital. And then 2 weeks before I had her, I was not in the hospital. The week before I had her, I was in the hospital. They thought they were going to have to go ahead on and induce, and they did not have to induce me. They did give me steroids just in case, just so that her lungs would be developed, because at that point we were 6 weeks early. And when they're that little, they can have respiratory issues. So the problem that day was because my blood pressure was extremely high. Couldn't get it to go down, but then we finally got it to go back down, so they sent me home. After they sent me home, they kind of put me on bed rest, which I wasn't very good at, being on bed rest. But the following week, went to my normal doctor's appointment, and then right after, so on that Thursday, I went to my ultrasound or my special doctor appointment. And my blood pressure was really high again. Only this time, little Miss Jenny had flipped around. That's right, she was breech, which meant that even if they did induce, they'd have to try to turn her around, and that probably wasn't going to be any fun. So they decided that they were going to just go ahead and take her by C-section. I was able to call everybody as far as husband, get him back here, get him out. He got off work, came up there. My mother-in-law was still in town, or was back in town actually. She had been in Texas. So she was back in town. My father-in-law was doing mission work overseas, so he was not there. And both of my parents live in Jacksonville, so they were not able to be there. But it really, to me, I wasn't too upset because nobody was able to be in the delivery room or the operation room anyways with me. Not even my husband, because when they went to give me my spinal, it didn't work. Yeah. So that meant that I had to be put out, put down, put under, whatever you want to call it. I had to be asleep. I had to not be awake for it at all. So that means that my husband couldn't be in there. I was in there by myself. I didn't get to see her, hold her, hear her cry for hours. Actually had to get my husband to take pictures, and he didn't do it. So my sister-in-law gave a camera to the doctor, and the doctor went and took pictures of the baby. Husband said he didn't want to take pictures because she had all kinds of tubes and wires and connections on her, and he was afraid. He didn't, I guess he didn't want to think of her like that. But you know what? She was little. She was 4 pounds, 14 ounces when she was born. She was this little bitty thing. She was so skinny. But since then, now she's going on 4 months. She's like a week shy of 4 months. She's getting so big. She's probably right around 10 pounds now, a little over 10 pounds. She's healthy. She's super healthy. I'll put some pictures up. You guys will be able to see lots of pictures of her. And she's taking a nap right now. So I just wanted to catch you guys up on everything. Let you guys know that we're good. She's good and healthy. And yeah, can't wait to talk to you guys more. Love y'all. Don't forget to like and subscribe. I'm going to do more videos more often, hopefully, if I can keep this under control. So love y'all and have a great day.